We're here. Hello, everybody. A shiny ghoul guy surfing as a screen. Ooh, that would be very cool. Yeah. My collection of Goldango as the season progresses, we can add to them. Um, let's turn this down just a little bit more. And let's see. Future games showcase in another tab. What's that for? What is that? What are you talking about? I play on a Mac. For anybody that doesn't know, I play on a Mac, so there's very few games that I can play, so I end up being a bit ignorant about all of the things that are happening in the gaming world. Meow Meow's on screen. Is Shuckle in the mod? Yes, Shuckle is in and found in lush caves. Let's see. Silk Song tomorrow. Playing Cobblemon at the moment. Welcome, got the shirt. As you should be. Oh, I don't want to look at this, actually. This is spoilers. Wait, why are we over here? Let's go, we're going to head to the jungle because we are going after a shiny Annihilape today on stream. We're going to kind of go until we get it, I think. I didn't mean to go down here. The Summer Games Fest. Cool. Amazing community for Silk Song, I assume. I'm not sure. I feel like I missed something. Let's see. New games being announced and showcased. Lots of trailers. Oh, that's very cool. Okay. Yeah, that is fun. I definitely appreciate any good trailers that I get to see. That is, for obvious reasons. I enjoy getting some research in with them, one, but also, you know, obviously most of them are really, really cool. I've been resetting for a Squirtle outbreak in SV and you finally got it. Ooh, that's awesome. I don't know how that works. Do you just like kind of save and advance time or something? I've only experienced a couple outbreaks ever. One of them basically made the game unplayable because it was so laggy. So I'm not I'm not well versed. YouTube Cobblemon series and finally found two streamers who stream it. Who's the other one? I want to know all the streamers that are out there for Cobblemon. I saw someone make a shiny Slugma farm. It was funny. Oh, dude, shiny Slugma farms are very easy to make and very fun for sure. We kind of did that in Battlecraft season 1, where we had a gold farm that was like very aesthetic, and then there was just this this beautiful Slugma around. And once you go Unchained with it, obviously, well, all bets are off. You just go into date and time, and you don't even have to change it. You can just click done, and it'll reset. Ooh, wow. Okay, that's pretty cool. Tomorrow's Xbox showcase. This lasts like a week. Today's Latin American Games, the Wholesome Games Direct, Southeast Asia Games Showcase, and currently the Future Games Show Summer Showcase. Very cool. Elite Retro 4. He just started yesterday. I wonder. I don't think that's retro, but maybe it's retro. There's somebody on the dev team named Retro. Okay. This is the jungle where I have spent a lot of time hunting an ultra rare. I'm not going to talk about which one right now. We'll see that in a video at some point. But for now, it's time for me to finally break my Gimme Ghoul streak. I did chain Gimme Ghouls. You'll see it in probably other people's videos before you see mine, because I made some trades. And we got Rosie, the shiny Bounce Suite. Apologies, my start today was pretty incoherent. But this is me getting back into streaming. And we also traded Callie for a 96% Eevee. Oh, dang. Yeah. Bounce Suite unfortunately can't go on our shoulders, but I have plans for this Eevee. I think it's gonna be like a VGC thing. Well, okay, so we actually, I don't want to reveal too much, but I think this Eevee is going to be a Sylveon, but the other one that I would want is an Umbreon, like a shiny Umbreon. And maybe shiny Umbreon is usually like blue. It has like blue emissives to it, but we could do purple. You know what I'm talking about? All right, without any more delay, let's start the Mankey stream together. I should run a replay here. You, sir. Meet my friend Ultron. I'm so sorry, it's not going to go well. He only has 8 PP for this. This isn't going to work very well. Vulpix not being shoulder compatible is a crime, for the record. I'm going to try to make a shoulder animation just for myself, because I think some of them, I'm not really entirely confident about, like, some of them, why they're not. It likely is just like manpower and just will be added eventually. But I noticed that Grookey isn't shoulder mountable, and then I noticed that Bouncey isn't shoulder mountable, and I was like, oh well, Lilith cares about Bouncey quite a bit nowadays. Look forward to Lilith's video in the future. But I wanted to see if I could make one quick, and that should be a really easy one because Bouncey doesn't do very much. So yeah, I was gonna try my hand at it. Maybe if I figure it out, we can see about trying Vulpix as well. Now that I got into the texture game and I've been having fun with that, I'm intrigued to try some more things. Purple Umbreon would be top 10 coolest things. Let's go. Yeah, I think it could look amazing. Ooh, that's a new Gibble, I think. We gotta get him. We gotta boat him. Wait, that's a... Oh, that's a Grookey. Hello, Grookey. Yeah, most of the time it is a matter of manpower. But I know that specifically with shoulder mounts, we have had some, like... It's hard, like, to make them look good or natural. Oh, no, he's in a boat. Okay. And, you know, like, the player needs to be able to turn. Like, even Gimmighoul... Oh, my God. Hello? I'll put you in a boat. Sure, have a boat, Mr. Torracat. Let's go to this Mankey. Let's keep going. Oh, pay no attention to the fact that this guy is in a minecart. I have spent so long in this jungle, and yeah, I'm gonna try not to show you everything that's out here because there are quite a few things out here. But yeah, it's gonna... I'm hoping I can, like, find most of the triple evolutions in the wild and then get them to my base. How cool would it be to just have, like, a Charizard in a minecart that we could summon? That's kind of how I feel about it. And then eventually, if this world lives long enough, we could actually have maybe, like, Pokemon who attack or something, maybe, and we could keep them around as pets and unleash them when need be. Yeah, Purple Umbreon would be sick, though. I'd imagine manpower. It is, yeah. It's not a serious complaint. I know how hard the team works. No. I knew you weren't meaning it in any bad way. It is a travesty. I agree. There's, like, hat Pokemon. Like, Bouncey, I feel like, could sit on your head. That would be pretty great. Okay, what's going on? There's a Sizor, too. I'm guessing that the Ultra Rare you're hunting for is Mew, though I do not know... I do know there are several in there, so I'm not sure. There are... So, I'm not sure what your experiences got the shirt with Cobblemon, but we don't play with any of the legendaries because on Battlecraft it's pretty much just raw Cobblemon, and we're kind of progressing with baseline Cobblemon generally. Like, we have a couple things. We have Cobblemon Unchained so that we can have a little bit of control over how Pokemon spawn, and we've changed the configs a bit on that, but generally it's just base Cobblemon, so we don't have any legendaries. It is not a legendary. That would be pretty cool if we did have it, but I personally want to experience legendaries for the first time in Cobblemon when it's like the the whole thing is all set. It's all, wait, what? When legendaries are properly integrated. This is crazy. Whoa. That's a lot of grookies. Okay. I'm guessing thoughts on shiny Spiritomb. I don't know what shiny Spiritomb looks like. He's like super emissive, translucent. So I'm not really sure, honestly. Can you guys hear the music as well? What's happening with Ultron? What do you mean? Welcome, Drew. Welcome to the stream, but I'm not sure what you mean about Ultron. I wasn't talking about Ultron, was I? He's just... Why he purple? Oh, he purple. Drew, if you haven't seen the tournament video, then I can't help you. But that's a question for... Oh, okay, we ran out of... Could be louder? Okay, thank you. Thank you, JB. We'll try that. Can't hear any music. Okay, that probably means it needs to get louder. Oh wait, we can train Palafin out here, or Finizen. I started the tournament video, but I didn't have time for 2 hours at a time. Oh, totally fair. I'm just saying, that's where Ultron comes from. That's how we landed on this this purple Obsidian Ultron. He got too close to the powers of the void, you know what I'm saying, Drew? And if you don't, fair enough. Hey! No! Well, that's sad. Okay, maybe we'll start with my Palafin, or my Finizen, and then we'll swap to Annihilape for a bit here. And we'll get him strong enough that he can evolve and stuff. We gotta train up our new... If you haven't seen the most recent video, but then you may not know about this guy, but he's 95%, and his only imperfect stat is special attack, which he doesn't care about. So we're all set on Palafin for competitive, at least. For forever, maybe. Uh-oh. Swaggered. Push through, buddy. Push through. So, on the server... I think our shiny streak thing maxes out around 250 KOs. So we're going to be going for that. And we do need to do catches as well, which we'll do pretty soon. Because you want to get as many chances as you can at max IV Pokemon, obviously. Fry Guy, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I need to get stream alerts back, but I've been focused on building in game, and I'm gonna be focused on. Oh, we're gonna be focused on doing a lot of editing very soon here, and Cobblemon, and maybe some. What do I want to say here? And maybe some teasers. Put it that way. What's the difference between KO and capture for streaks? So KO gives shiny chance, and capture gives IVs. As you do more captures, you lock in sort of an assured 31 in an IV stat. So, like, say when we get to 10 captures, it's 5 or 10 for the first tier. You'd lock in that speed IV at 31. It would be a random one of the 6 stats would be 31, and then as you go up, you get more and more IVs locked into that 31, which is just incredible because obviously we don't have any bottle caps. So no, I'm sorry, Palafin. Also, your name is Unchained, I think. We're just going to leave it at that. He's Unchained. Yeah. I definitely do the catch streak before knockout. Yeah. Oh, I always do, honestly. But I needed to break my KO streak. That was the first thing we did, and then we just started getting some XP. And it's a little addictive. It's just a little addictive. You got to make the most out of every spawn. I have gotten, since, you guys aren't going to see them today, but I have gotten, since we added Unchained, 2 100% Pokemon, which were the first 100%ers I've ever gotten in 2 years of Cobblemon. So it's been an exciting time. Amy the Gaming Princess, welcome to stream. First time chatter. Uh-oh. I see my stream health not great for a moment there. Okay, better. Good, good, good. Been enjoying your series. Thank you, Amy. I'm working hard on it. I'm really excited about the future of it too, because I've spent a long time preparing just to get to this point. Oh, gotcha. Oh, I see it. Actually, 10 hours ago. I see it, Amy. Welcome. Now you're here officially. Oh, does he have Inner Spirit? I haven't been paying attention. Or Vital Spirit. I always get those two confused. Okay, you know what? We'll just quick ball the next guy. Maybe this is how we'll do it. Anybody that doesn't stay in a quick ball goes away. Although I am going to run out of apricorns. We need to get back to the conservatory soon. What just happened? Why did... Oh, I'm confused as well. Okay, this guy is kicking our butt. Building a PC at the moment, so you can play Cobblemon with nice mods and texture packs. That's awesome, Amy. That's very cool. I'm excited for you. I hope to, and this is, I mean, content dependent. I hope to build a PC in the future so that I can, one, keep up, because there's a lot of things happening like with Minecraft and with modding in general that I feel like Mac is not going to be very good for keeping up in the future. But hopefully I'll be able to do that, and then maybe we'll do some different streams too. I would love to. I don't know. There used to be. Oh, I guess Fallout is the one that I think of. I always wanted to play Fallout. Like, I would have a ball playing Fallout on stream. That's all I would say. Mason. Yeah, we're all excited for Mason. Mason is also working on a computer. Well, working on gaining access and gaining control of. All right. We're just gonna, yeah, we're gonna go for the quick ball and then KO otherwise. But the shiny Pineco, Drew got a shiny Pineco that literally the worst 4 perfect IV spread possible. Yeah. Well, I don't remember exactly how it was in season 1, but I think our settings are a lot more friendly this time around, because like around 250 KOs, you're gonna get your first shiny for sure, and then you should get them like fairly frequently after that. And I think that's the right way to do it, because I mean, I don't actually know how long it takes to shiny hunt in Scarlet and Violet, but it doesn't seem like it's that long, and everything else is very long in Cobblemon, I would say. So I don't think it's a bad thing. We also made it pretty powerful in the configs how like the spawner works, so we should start seeing like more and more Mankey over time. Unchained now affects the spawning rate, so, of the Pokemon that you're chaining. Oh, yeah, doesn't it have like, it's all the sandwiches and stuff? JB. I just remembered that. The rates are buffed very high compared to prior games. Ah. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. There's a middle ground there somewhere, I'm sure. Mason said, in Scarlet and Violet with a sandwich, I'd be surprised if you went 30 minutes without a shiny. Wow, okay. Yeah, we go like, I'd say 12 hours easily without a shiny often on the server. I'm saying sure somebody will get one during that time, but I have done plenty of times where it's just like multiple days of in-game time without seeing a shiny. And now that we have Unchained, it's a little different. 1 in 200. Whoa. And that's on like any Pokemon? That's crazy. That is powerful. You can picnic reset with Scarlet, and so it's pretty easy. Genuine astonishment. And switch 2 because of the performance enhanced. It's even fast. Oh yeah, that's pretty fair. Since the longest thing before was probably the loading screen. Gotcha. Oh, there's a chest gimme. Where are you? Come here. See ya. I'm sorry, but we always need coins, so this is how it goes. I wonder, it's technically 1 in 512 of the sandwich, but it feels much higher. Well, I think part of that is also because in the open world, it's just better to have like more Pokemon around that you can see and stuff. Which is where, you know, our 1 in 6,000 shiny rate sometimes feels really, really fast, because if you're loading, I don't know, 50 Pokemon every minute or two, you're going to see a shiny eventually. It's not too bad, not too challenging to get shinies if you just brute force it. As Callie, I think, is the best example of. I feel like Callie must travel around. Like, even when she's building, I picture Callie like every 30 seconds just flying away and resetting spawns so that she gets more spawns. I don't know if that's true. Could be slander, but I'm just imagining it for her. I think at 5, we're already at what, almost 10 catches. I think that 31 there is already assured, and when we get to 10, I think it's 2. Wait, no. It'd be 10, 20, 30. Yeah, I think that's right. We'll find out. What was that? I thought I saw something over there. Oh, just Porygon. Now, I really liked the classical music for the intro, but how do you guys feel about it for just hanging out? Feel free to let me know. Weigh in. We'll try Moonballs. Do you think there are going to be more complementary or complement structures in the future? What do you mean complement structures? Oh, I'll caffeinate. Thank you, Drew. Cobblemon Lo-Fi? Cobblemon Team Lo-Fi? Sebasti. Who's Sebasti? I mean, I must be Sebasti, I assume, but Leon, welcome. Oh, there's Sebasti. Hello, Leon. V Gates. Welcome everybody. Welcome first time chatters. We're just catching and streaking or chaining Mankey. I'm working on undoing the whole streaking thing. Minecraft soundtrack would be nice. We could maybe do that. Oh, there's this dude. Yeah, oh, sorry, I totally forgot about the structure question. There will be more structures in the future. Specifically, there will be like towns and gyms will be in Cobblemon eventually, in base Cobblemon. And past that, oh my god, I forgot about that shiny there's a shiny Sawsbuck over here that I put in a boat a long time ago. We can just take a look at you. Hi, bud. Okay, see ya. I can't catch you right now. I'm going to ask you guys to speak in English in here. I don't know if I have that in the rules anymore. I used to. But just as a note, because I can't tell what you're saying, which means I can't moderate you properly, which... yeah, it can get awkward for everybody, you know? So, this is a warning. Whoa, what is this guy? He's already 83%. We love to see that. By the way, my Annihilape, this is my Annihilape from the tournament, and he was 87%. And his lowest stat was attack. Not that it matters for Rage Fist, so it's fine. But let's try and catch. Oh, I didn't clean out my... Oh no, I didn't clean out my PC before this. This is gonna be a mess. Uh-oh. I swear I had dusk balls somewhere. So what's everybody else working on? Oh, they're there. Found them. I was considering doing terraforming with you guys today, but then I remembered I haven't terraformed in months, which is awkward. Oh, JB builds the gym. Let's go. I hope everybody caffeinated as well. I am happily buzzing on caffeine. Also, there are so many like exciting things going on right now in like the just Cobblemon space. I feel like I'm excited about a few like different projects people have been working on, and I want to see how they come out because it feels like we're gonna get like some shakeup to the meta of Cobblemon of content, and I feel like Pixelmon content. Now, I wasn't around for it, so this is totally an ignorant take, but it feels to me like we've already sort of started hitting the best of Pixelmon content and moving beyond it a bit, which I'm excited about. I mean, obviously they had more tools for Pixelmon still, but add-ons are coming along. Going... Oh, Mason's shiny hunting for all the mega Pokemon. That's cool. That's awesome. Going to a second Magic the Gathering pre-release tonight. It's Final Fantasy set, which is wild. That's really cool. I have never played Final Fantasy. Is it like, when you say that, are you meaning like there's a crossover between the two in some way? I don't know anything about Magic the Gathering, but I've always loved the art of it. I have not ever played. I need to get back to playing Claire Obscure. Oh, I saw good stuff about that one. I remember watching the trailer. I believe it was the trailer. But that's on hold. I've installed 1,000 times resist for stream tomorrow and currently planning what I want to build for my stream world base. Let's go. I don't know what 1,000 times resist is. But it's a building game in some way? That sounds cool, if I'm understanding you correctly. I remember when I learned Valheim, I think I saw Tango playing Valheim a long time ago, and that was one of the games I wished I could play because it seemed like it would just be a fun building game while also being survival, and I love those, obviously, for very, very straightforward reasons. I'm betting you can guess. Should add the Pokédolls mod so you can collect Pokédolls. We have the Pokédolls mod, Amy, actually. We do. I have these. Look at these boys. My twins. and then this guy. But we're gonna work on getting like a regular Netherite Goldango soon. And then we'll have triplets, I guess. And we'll have an older brother who's younger but older somehow. Yeah. Yeah, I do like the Pokédolls. They're very cool. Pull the Sephiroth. I'm trying for the VV. That's very cool. That there's a crossover. Oh, thank you, Drew. Yeah, I don't think I could. I can't. I barely have any time, honestly. Like, I started playing a little bit of Skyrim a while ago, and I haven't touched it in... It's got to be 2 weeks now because I swear to you guys, I've been building for like 2 weeks straight. I've been either building or editing. I watched, what movie did I watch recently with my girlfriend? We watched, what's it called? 2001: A Space Odyssey, the Kubrick, one of the original like best sci-fi movies ever or whatever. And that I feel like is the only thing I've done that hasn't been Minecraft related. And it's about to get even worse because I'm going to be doing, we're going to be doing a lot more like, well, I'm going to start filming things that aren't for my channel. That's how I'm going to put it. 1000X Resist is JRPG. Seems similar to Nier Automata. Not a building game that I know of. Oh, okay. I forgot to note the last bit was for my Cobblemon world. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, hey, listen. Well, I'm always a fan of that. And I hope, listen, if you're not in the Discords, I should link this now. If you're not in my Discord, I have a link somewhere. This is just a... Oh, I can't. Oh, hold on. Because of streamer mode. Invite. Copy. I would love to see people's builds. I love getting to see them. It is one of my favorite things, honestly, is just seeing how other people play and tell stories within their builds and their worlds. I am an absolute fanatic for this stuff. Yeah, I can't do another obsession is what I was saying. So thank you, Drew, for not encouraging it. I admit, like, it's like a brain worm. You guys mentioned, somebody mentioned World of Warcraft actually in the last stream, and then Vault Hunters came up, and those two they're like earworms, like brain worms, whatever. The second that they enter my head, I just start thinking about them. I'm like, oh, I could really do with some Vault Hunters. I could get to level 100 in no time, I'm sure. And 2 weeks later would be, we'd be gone, and you guys would be like, what happened to Virt? So, get back here. There. Oh, I got him. I broke Annihilape, but we got him. If you're in the Battlecraft Discord, you might be able to get an accidental invite to the wrong Discord. Listen, that's actually anytime you click a Discord link from me, it's possible you end up in some development Discord. It doesn't matter where it is originally. It's just, if I posted it, you never know where you're going because I have hit the 3 strikes for that. Yeah, I shouldn't be allowed to post Discord links anymore. I have such high ambitions for my Cobblemon world. Let's go, Mason. Dude, I'm really excited. That's awesome. You may get secret info like social security numbers and stuff. Yeah. You might. Yeah, it hasn't happened. That thankfully hasn't happened yet, but some other things have. What legendary Pokemon do you think will be introduced first into Cobblemon? Probably a water legendary, says Drew. Now, Drew might be speaking... Wait, where's Grookey? Oh, there's a Grookey. Drew might be speaking more openly than I am at the moment. I kind of do know if he is referencing something. I kind of know what he's talking about. I would say the most likely to me, there's different kind of legendaries, right? Like some legendaries are inherently, they have like their own dimension or something. Like I would expect those not to come first, but some of them like roam around and stuff. That's like, you can imagine that that's easier to do, right? Or something that's like in a structure that makes sense or something like that for Minecraft. Like then it kind of writes itself. So I'm not going to tell you, but I will say that that's the way I would think about it. All right, we got to keep catching. How many are we at? Catch. Oh, right. There's this new item in Cobblemon Unchained, the counter. We've captured 16 Mankeys in a row, and we can just like look at it and see. Captured 16 Mankey, knocked out 32 Mankey, no resurrection streak. I don't know what that is. No hatching streak, and fished 1 magic carp in a row. Kind of useful for anybody that didn't know. That's with the newly updated Unchained as of like 2 days ago. Default answer would be legendary Pokemon are not in Cobblemon. Amy, they are. So the models, some of the models are in, but they do not spawn naturally, and there are add-ons that add them, but there are none actually spawning in Cobblemon currently. So technically, we consider them not in the game, and that's even like as developers, I would say it's just not there yet. That system that we'll have for that is going to be very satisfying, but it's going to take some time because we want to get like the baseline mechanisms or mechanics in line first. Oh, resurrection is fossil. Oh, that makes sense. Yep, that good point, Handybag. Great point. Speaking of WoW, Farley says, I blame you for this Virt. I went down the Wrath of the Lich King original release rabbit hole due to ancient healer trauma memories and found a really old... Dude, wait. I know what you're talking about, and I watch that, like, every couple of years. It's legitimately... I love the Ulduar Machinima. It's so bad. Like, it's crazy to me how nostalgic I am for all the Ulduar stuff, because... and if you guys don't know, it's just like this, it was this World of Warcraft patch that I feel like had some of the most life to it, and the lore was just on point, and everybody was excited about the Lich King, who was like the end of the expansion boss. And Ulduar had like this epic vibe, some of the best design of anything that had been done to that point, I think, and some of the best, definitely the best lore, probably. He says probably after, but that whole time for me, like, that was also when I started raiding, and the first legendary I ever got was Valinir, and it wasn't like I wasn't the first healer to get it or anything like that, because I played a rogue at first. But oh man, what was I gonna say? Oh, I can remember there was this guild Vodka who. They used to be like number 3, number 5 in the world or something like that in the raiding scene. And they had this editor, Kinesthesia. I still remember all of this stuff. And I can still hear the beginning of their like intro for their kill videos. It's crazy. That there's so much nostalgia for me for that. More powerful than most things, and honestly. I know some Cobblemon servers that have all the Pokemon. Yeah, so servers add stuff to it, though, with add-ons of their own. A lot of the servers... So, I mean, there are a lot of add-ons that are free to use for anybody that you can download and add to your mod pack. But then there's a lot of servers that basically make their own Pokemon, make their own resource packs, make their own animations even. And that is not where we're playing right now, and it's not base Cobblemon. That's very much like, that's how it's just quality of life stuff that they offer, that each server offers, and how they differentiate themselves is trying to offer more value than another server. So yes, they're out there, but yeah, it's modded Cobblemon. There you go, JB. Yep. Yeah, this is base Cobblemon pretty much. The Unchained thing we're doing right now, not base Cobblemon, but most of it. Okay, we should have 3 max IVs locked in already. And our shiny chances are increasing as we go. Oh, wait, let's catch. They don't make machinima like they used to. No, they don't. It really brought something new and unexpected to the Northern story. Yeah. Yeah, it was so cool. I think what did it for me, though, was Algalon. So the story of Algalon in World of Warcraft is that the Titans who helped make the Earth, and I go crazy for this kind of lore stuff, but the Titans made the planet of Azeroth, which is where World of Warcraft comes from. Do we know if the appearance rate increases with catch or KO? I believe it's KO. I'm like 90% on that. And so the planet Azeroth was made by the Titans, and the Titans, they put in like perfect beings, you know, like they're constructs and things that should just operate to function, to like basically create more of themselves and help guide evolution on the planet. I believe there were like plants and animals at that point, but there were no sentient races. And the curse of flesh, which I think comes from the void god, so it's like life was made by both light and, well, it's actually arcane and void energy. And I know this is not what we're here for, but you guys can always tell me if you if you're like shut up. But this so basically you get this like this dichotomy of were you born of arcane or void, and technically it's both, and then Ulduar was a prison for one of the void gods. Well, not the void god, sorry, a dark god, who his name is Yogg Saron, and that's why the city that I'm building is supposed to have like an evil core to it, because Ulduar ends up being a jail cell for one of these old gods that infected the planet. And well, you know, I'm infected, let's be real. You're trying to make the ultimate weapon, aren't you, from Pokemon X and Y? Maybe. I'm not opposed. I'm not morally. I actually don't know. I don't know about Pokemon X and Y really, because I'm working my way back through them, but my my Pokemon experience is limited still. I have played through SV. I just haven't. I've beaten all the gyms. I haven't taken down the Elite Four yet because I got completely derailed by the tournament video and videos since. He's not authorized to fire the Cobblemons. Oh, I'll be well, we'll see. I'll talk to Hero. We'll see what Hero says. I'm gonna try though. I'm gonna try. Plus, it's how often is it that the authorized person is the one that fires the super weapon, right? Sometimes somebody just walks in the room and says, "What does this button do?" And that's it. And that'll be me. I have a function. So, all that to say that the old god, Yogg Saron, and me are sources of infection and need to be defeated in their respective gyms or raid encounters. You're going to have to accidentally travel to Australia. Wait, I don't know what you're referring to, Drew. I'm thinking. This happens. I love when this happens, that like I say a string of things and I just don't know what anybody's referring to. I'm gonna have to travel to Australia. If you're saying I have to build that deep, yeah, that's true. We're gonna. I should show you under your base. Some things have been happening in that big cave. Step, get back here. There we go. Got him. Oh, you're right. No, you're right. Yes, Hero does have the super weapon in his pocket. I believe that. But also, you know, he's a coder. He'll give it some life. Some virtual life. Virtual. Oh, gang. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with these streams. I'm gonna keep on. It's gonna get different. We're gonna build together. We're gonna do some tinkering together. I'm not used to talking about nothing. I'm good at talking about something. But it's been a while since I was good at talking about anything. I wonder, like, if you haven't streamed before, it's a really interesting process of like, I sometimes like do think about, okay, like I should prepare a couple topics that, you know, pertain to what I'm working on. Like what happens if Mankey stops spawning all of a sudden, or what happens if JB runs over here and I have to battle him or something. But when you plan yapping or whatever, or you think about what am I gonna yap about? Filling dead air is an absolute skill. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Well said, JB. And and sometimes there's a nice, maybe the conversation is the meta sometimes. How to fill dead air 101. Well, I'll tell you what. Sometimes you just talk about what you're saying and what you're seeing. That is. And sometimes, oh, I was turning. We didn't get to see it. Keeping up a regular pattern can be hard. Have I played Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? Yes, I have played those, or played Violet, but I'm not really done with it because I haven't done any of the legendaries and I haven't done like a shiny charm or anything like that. And I want to get to the point that I can compete in VGC stuff. So I do need to do some breeding things and farm some Terra stuff. I do need to do that. That is coming in my future. I don't think I can stream it really, but I hope to make a video about it at some point. Hi, can you talk about your favorite letter and why is it V? Okay, the reason why my favorite letter is V, a docu-series. Part 1. The word vitality is my favorite word. In fact, I would have themed my channel around vitality instead of virtuosity, but that's we'll get there. I would have themed it around that word, but I couldn't find a way of doing it that had much like SEO opportunity because it seemed like pretty much it was just taken. So we went with Virtuositas. And then part 2 of the docu-series, Vitalitas. Vitalicitas. Vitalitas sounds kind of cool. Vitalicitas is definitely a mouthful, kind of like my current name, but I don't plan on changing it. But Virtuositas or Virtuositas is I never know how to say it, even myself. I tend to go to the Russian route and I go Virtuositas. But the origin of that is, so the idea of virtuosity, people usually know that word from music where it just means like a masterful artist, basically, somebody who has excelled to the top of their field or the top of their skill. But in this instance, it is meant to mean, it's the Latin like original word for that, and it's meant to mean like somebody who strives for, or well, it means it achieves, but I use it as an aim, to be clear. It's not meant to be sort of hubristic, but the aim is to be masterful of like character strengths, of developed character, which is like where the idea of Renaissance man comes through, or because the ancient notion of self-improvement or development was as a full being, not as like, you know, a master of one thing, which I have rarely, despite my ADHD hyperfocus, I have always been interested in being like very well-rounded, which is how I get extremely distracted too, because when I went down that tournament video path, I was like, I need to learn all of these things in order to pull off this massive scale video in a way that I'm proud of, because it needs all of these different skills in order for it to be good. Oh no, Mason, you haven't gotten to shiny this time? Yeah. Wait, what is up with these grookies, dude? Why didn't this happen before? I spent so long here, and you know, you usually get like Littens and Bulbasaurs and Snivies and Tricos, and I'm getting only grookies, which is like actually kind of sick, but weird. What's my favorite WoW mount? Okay, yeah, we're done with my docu-series on the letter V. That concludes it. But what is my favorite WoW mount? The favorite one that I have is the Elegon Astral Cloud Serpent. That's probably my favorite. And what Pokemon are you looking forward to riding about on mounts? Oh god. Okay. Flying and ground only. Wait. Well, first of all, I'll say that Lapras is the only one that applies really outside of what you said. So just get that off the table. But then we didn't even get to Vendettas. That's true. That would be part 3. But good call, Drew. Good call. But for ground and flying mounts, the one that I am most excited about, I am not going to tell you about today. I'm just going to be very upfront about it. You will not hear about that one today because I want you to see it from Cobblemon marketing first, hopefully. You know, we'll see whether or not that we can pull that off. Sometimes a different content creator will snipe it or something, but I'm hoping that Cobblemon, we are able to put that together and get it out to you guys as it's finished. Because there's I'll say it, come to my channel, I'll say it. Shut up, Jamie. Shut it down. No. It's 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 gonna be really cool. I think it's gonna. I honestly think that the mount that I'm talking about right now is going to blow people's minds entirely. Garchomp is gonna be really cool. Yeah, that one I'll say. Sure, Garchomp's gonna be cool. And that's definitely one that I'm excited about for sure. Garchomp mount will be insane. And if you haven't seen any like footage of that yet, well, I'm not gonna show it to you today. Maybe we will do a 1.7 stream at some point. I've been planning on doing like a series of just sort of like checking in with the snapshots. But I'm not really there yet, and I want to make sure that our marketing team is in a place where I just don't want to step on the feet of our releases. So like I'm not going to do that until we are releasing more teasers. So once some teasers are coming along, you might see more from me on stream or in a video even about the upcoming update. But I have always loved Aerodactyl in the trailers, so I am very excited for Aerodactyl. Did we get 30 catches, or did I leave it at 29? I left it at 29. Okay, we got to get one more catch. Sure, have a Moonball. It's Cloyster, isn't it? Yeah, he just chomps you and then swims backwards. Actually, I don't know why. If that isn't a thing, somebody make that a thing, please. but I don't know if there's any other devs in the channel, but Drew. But yeah, Cloyster just eating your head and then swimming backwards as he does sounds amazing. I think I know which one you're talking about, and I agree it's going to be great. Yeah, Drew, I'm sure you do. There is a Klefki mount where it just hooks you on. Though I think Aerodactyl is one that I'm very, very excited about. Okay, bear with me here. I'm not gonna I'm trying not to reveal too much because I obviously do know more about this than most, but I am very excited for oh man. Okay, I'll just say one. This is your only like really good teaser maybe. But I think what would be a fun one if it were possible. Just bear with me. If it were possible, wouldn't it be fun to ride on an Alolan Executor? Wouldn't it be? Maybe. This isn't a hint, Mason, like you asked for, but it's a different tease, let's say. Although an Executor riding would be pretty cool. Just spits you out on shore, the Cloyster. Yeah, that's good. Oh, goodness. Yeah, Alolan Executor, I think, would be pretty fun. A multi-person mount. There's room. That would be cool, you know? Who knows? Going to pitch that in mechanic design? The Cloyster one? Please do, if that's what you're talking about. If you're talking about Alolan Executor, then yeah, definitely. I'll follow up that ping. I did catch 30, right? I am not paying attention to this at all. Good. Good. We're already at 62 caught. I mean, 62 KO'd. That's what I meant. Also, why did I not give you an item, buddy? You need like a choice scarf or a choice band, don't you? I don't have anything on me. Oh, I have Mystic Water. Oh, I have a choice scarf. No, that doesn't help you. You're already faster. Here you go. Can you evolve? Nope. What level does Finizen evolve? Does anybody know? If you know and you want to share, I'd appreciate it. I have an item to check. Oh, yeah, that's true. I can just check the chat, though. It's spamming very often. Oh, yeah, Palafin does have a trade mechanic, doesn't he? How did that work again? I don't remember. Is it friendship? It was something weird. I remember when I was playing Scarlet and Violet, I was kind of sad that I couldn't get a Palafin. 38? Okay. I don't remember if it needs it in Cobblemon, but I didn't trade my last one, and I don't think I caught it as a Palafin, but maybe I did. La Cueva de Zim, welcome back. Hello there. I remember you following last stream. Says you need to be in multiplayer for it, so I don't know how that works in Cobblemon. Yeah, I don't either. We're gonna find out. We'll get there. And maybe we'll put the villain form Palafin pack on just for fun. I need to fix up the resource pack a little bit more, and then we can apply like a tag to my Palafin so that they show up as villains for other people. I think, pretty sure we can do that. Just lurking. Hey, I appreciate you for lurking. Everything everything helps me to make more content right now. I appreciate everybody for being here. This is me practicing and me committing to being a full-time content creator and trying to expand in that direction. Oh, dang it. I want that 31 speed, 31 all defenses, and 31 attack. We'll get one. I'm sure we'll find it. Busy with a Linux server. That's cool. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know why I gave you this mystic water. It's not helping. We're just going to keep using acrobatics. Wait, that means I shouldn't even have a... Oh my god, whatever. Just give me the item back. I know how things work. I swear. Actually, it's so sad. There's so many things that, like, I'm still working on remembering. We're very new to this still. Is that another grookey? It is another grookey. How is this possible? Dude, okay, I'm just gonna tell you guys. The ultra rare that I chained was grookey. They're pretty good too. And I kid you not, I spent a week, like an actual IRL week, basically, with the screen open and riding around on this minecart track over here. And and I did not find this many grookies like this. Like, this is actually crazy. My best guess is how you can evolve Finish, and you need to be near another player. I don't know if we have that trigger yet. I get the feeling that Finizen just evolves at 38 because I think that's what I did. But we're gonna find out. We're gonna get to the bottom of this today on stream. Stay tuned for Palafin's evolution in Cobblemon. Oh, guys, yeah, there's so much I want to do. I'm like really, really happy with, even though my channel is a little bit down, I am so happy with the course we're on right now. There's so many things that I want to keep getting better at, and I'm hoping, what I'm really hoping is that I can add people to like my team over time. I don't know, I've always been weird about my builds. I like building my own builds, but I would love to get like a sound guy. I know a guy. I'd love to have some help with editing eventually, mostly processing footage, because it's not really like, the editing isn't that bad. It's the going through footage that's the hardest part sometimes. But really, I do hope to like transition into doing just better things with like more infographics and better tutorials and better tutorialization that's immersive. And it's kind of like how we went through the stats or abilities and moves of my Pokemon during the tournament video. I put a lot of time into that, and it wasn't easy, but it's super worth it, I think. And it's how, like, I think it's the difference between, you know, watching a Wolf video and watching somebody just like sort of comment on their performance or walk you through their performance. The difference is so massive in the experience and what you take away from it. And I'm hungry to just get better and better at doing these things, making these things and sharing them. Configs are just level 38. I think that sounds right. Yeah, I don't remember doing anything special for Palafin. But again, stay tuned. We're gonna find out on stream today. Did I hook you? Oh god. Okay. So the soonest that I've seen a shiny on a street. Oh, this is the guy. He's got low special attack, which we don't care about, and he's got everything else 31. This is effectively a 100% Pokemon right here. Do you have you do have Vital Spirit. I still can't call it the right thing. The Blackboard thing you were doing was super cool, and I can tell it was definitely tedious, but it turned out thank you, Mason. I appreciate that so much. That was like very, very, yeah, thank you, Chippy, as I get distracted by chat, and he's gone. Yeah, that stuff takes a lot of time, but it felt right. Like I wanted to do as much as I possibly could in Minecraft, and that was very fun. Even though it was tedious, it was just like I would sit down and be like, okay, I want to go through this part now, and as opposed to doing it in InDesign or in Photoshop, I really did have a good time doing that. What ball do you want to be in? You're gonna be like perfect, but I want a shiny that's as good, so we're not really gonna. Should you be evil in a dusk ball? I kind of want to give you a jet ball because I haven't really used much of these, but I love jet balls. They're kind of one of my favorites. And I can't put you to sleep, so here you go. Come on. Does Amoonguss have paralysis stuff? Poison powder. Stun spore. Can we do that? I hear you 100%. I'm trying to get better at that type of infographic design too. Dude, yeah, but you're really good at it, I think. Like, JV, here's the biggest thing too, is like, I get very, very, I refuse to copy other people, even though I really want to. I love your work, JV. I do. And Duck's work on his video was really inspiring. And I found, like, the day after he published his video, I found one of the tools he used in DaVinci Resolve, and I immediately was like, oh, but Duck used it, and I don't want to do it right now. Like in the future, I'm going to use those tools, but I wanted to like figure out what I would do myself, and that's why I'm like a little neurotic about my builds and stuff, because I like to try and make sure that I'm doing it. I don't know, not on my own necessarily, but. Radio J, thank you for the follow. We hit 240 followers. That's cool. That Twitch set that goal for me, but I mean, that's neat, I guess. Let's go for 250 though. You know what I'm saying? No, but yeah, I am a little bit neurotic about that because I like to make sure that I'm pushing myself, I guess, to understand or to look at things as, I don't know, in a way that I am proud of. And I am totally getting ready to do more inspired design, but I watched like the beginning of your factory video. I didn't watch the whole thing, I'm so sorry, because I really don't want to learn the redstone through you. I want to just mess with it myself. Yep, it's a curse. I think figuring out for yourself has a lot of value. Yeah, no, and it does. That's true, actually. That's fair. I'm not really giving it. Wait, hello, Ivysaur. I'm not giving it a good shake here, but there's a lot that you gain from doing it yourself for sure. But at the same time, with infographics especially, I just don't even know what I'm looking at a lot of the time. Like the way you did your little purple boxes, and everything felt really clean and readable. I liked it a lot. And another person who I take inspiration from that recently is Jonathan's Playroom. He does a really good job of showcasing infographics in a really immersive way. And I think he does it in a pretty, like, I don't want low effort to be what I'm saying here, but I'm saying like low complexity, let's say, which is good. And that's something that I struggle with. I immediately think of like really complex things, and then I work backwards from there, which probably isn't advisable. Radio J21. Your neurosis pays off. Great YouTube vids. Thank you. Yes, it has its we'll call them evolutionary advantages in my neurosis. Oh God, that's so silly. Yeah. Yeah, just because you use the same tool doesn't mean you make the same product. So don't think you're copying him or anything. That's true. No, that's so true. It's just, it's not like that really. It's more like, I think at the time at least, I really just wanted to figure out what, like what's a clean background that I can use. And I repurposed one of my builds so that I could, and you guys have seen that now. In the last stream, at least, you guys saw that. And that's basically what I did was instead of using that tool, I used a build. That was it. That's how it went. You're the Eevee of YouTube videos is what I'm hearing. Uh-oh. Wait, is Eevee neurotic or does it have evolutionary advantages or both? Explain it to me. My ADHD lets me be more aware of things in my environment that might be a danger and also obsess over things so much that I'm a danger to myself. This is like that shorts joke you told last stream, Drew. Yeah, no, everything that we do, we ADHDers, I think. Oh, you know what's a great story? Today, right before stream, actually, I left my stream. I didn't leave my stream. I left my phone out in the sun, in the Las Vegas sun. Las Vegas, even. And the fact that it didn't melt was really just because before stream, I was like, I did debate with myself. I was like, I don't actually need to find it right now. But I was like, I should maybe find it. And thankfully I did, because it literally would have been melted by the end of stream, for sure. It would have been a goner. It was already like very much in the I'm hot enough to combust range. Just the evolutions by bad at low hanging fruit or bad. No. Listen, I tell bad jokes all the time. And sun dehydrated apple. There you go. Look at that. That's, hey. What defines a good joke? Okay. Is it low hanging fruit or is it sun dehydrated apple? That's pretty good. Yep. I would have been sad. And hungry, I imagine. I don't think it would have hit the spot necessarily. Yeah, I don't know if I have a good reason for. The more I think about it, even then, I knew I didn't have a good reason not to use the tool. It wasn't like I thought about it that much. It was just an instinct at first where I was like, I don't want to use this right away. And I want to see what else there is and what else I can find. But I definitely want to incorporate this into what I do because the tool itself is really cool. And it's basically just like the cartoon streak lines. I think Wolf has used it before in the past, and I've seen plenty of people use it, but I never knew how to do it. And then I discovered it, and I saw it in Duck's video. I was like, oh, wait, that's this. So you're saying their joke was bad? Wow, Virt. Listen, this is a safe space in that nothing I say is meant to be offensive. I studied from Conan O'Brien University, and everything I say is meant to be encouraging to take risks and experiment and know that failure is a part of the process. You guys may not get to see that from me during my videos necessarily because I edit that part out. But on Twitch, you'll see a lot of it. I promise. And actually, I do leave probably more than most people do. Safe for you to insult others' jokes. I joke. Is that a Conan thing? Conan is a master of redirecting things onto himself. So yes and no, but he, anything that you see, anything that is funny is worth laughing about. It's not worth being cruel about. And if you ever think I'm being cruel, then you should definitely tell me and unsubscribe and whatever. But I don't aim to be cruel for sure. But I will, at the same time, it's important that we don't. There's this thing that happens, okay, to content creators. There's this thing where it's like I'm providing this service of entertainment, but at the same time, I have to thank you for fueling me forward. Because if you don't like me as a person, then, and this is just for any content creator, if you don't like me, or if you don't support me through the algorithm, well, then I fail. That's it. It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter how good the art is, which is why art historically has come from like commissions of really rich people. There's another grookey. What? Self-deprecating humor as a coping mechanism. Tell me you're neurodivergent without saying it. That is exactly what it is. Yes. Yep. That is 1000% the most accurate way of saying that. I feel like Drew is the perfect, like, Drew, you do the perfect synthesis of my words into something that's much more palatable. Yep. Yeah, it's a safe space for me to insult people. Exactly. No. The point is that you know, we shouldn't coddle each other, but when something funny happens, it's important to be able to both laugh at yourself and to laugh together. Yes. And sometimes the funnier part of something isn't the joke itself, but our reaction to it. And it's hard for me. Okay, listen, my normal response to that, if I did understand what you were saying, would be maybe to like, what's the word? I would just stare at you, to deadpan. That's the word. But I don't have my face cam on, so I can't do that effectively here. We can't have as much non-verbal communication going on. So we'll get there though. Is it meta to just see every ultra rare spawner you see? No, I would say. Oh, to just catch every ultra rare. Yes, probably. But I can't catch them right now. I would break my streak. So I don't have to say it out loud. I have time to think about it. Yeah, and I dance around it. I'm like, there's a point in here somewhere. I appreciate you, Drew. I thought that was another grookey, but it's just dudes in a boats now. Live Virt reacts. Stares at cam. I used to use a face cam. One day we'll do it again. I don't think right now I have the ports to do it. I would need another like USB-C hub, I'm pretty sure. But one day we'll get it back. And then you'll get the deadpan. And then I will invite you to mock me when I make a bad joke. And we'll move on from there, knowing, hey, we're just people hanging out. That's what the surrealist, absurd humor is all about. We're just getting in the muck together. There's never enough ports. There are not enough ports, especially on a Mac. Again, you may be new here, Radio J, but the Mac gamer here. I'm sorry in advance, and it is what it is. I can't handle that much disappointment with a facial reaction to my jokes. Oh, is it worse when you can see the nonverbal, the chastisement? No, it's not. It won't be painful, I promise. I don't think so. I don't know. I try to walk this line, and maybe I'm getting worse at it, but I used to be really, really good at it. I feel like Callie and I have gotten combative to the point where she, you know, maybe like 93% of the time understands that I'm joking, and every once in a while needs me to reaffirm her a little bit. But, oh, my face. And someone impressed you. Yeah, this is a powerful Mac, to be fair. This Mac laptop has, oh look, a perfect special attacking Mankey for your seismic toss users. I think that one's special. Or mock punch. No, like vacuum wave. That's the one. Yeah, this Mac has a lot of power. That's all I can say. I don't remember the specs, honestly. But it's an M1 Max, which means it has like 2 chips, and it does pretty great. And it has the power to do everything I need without worrying about all the stuff I don't know about. That's it. Almost accidentally. Well, this one I bought refurbished. I had a Mac Mini for the first. Wait, is it all three? The 1.6 trailer I recorded on this laptop, I think. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 1.6 is on this one, but the other two trailers that I did, the 1.4 and 1.5 trailers for Cobblemon, those ones were on my Mac Mini, and that thing had way less power. That was rough, and that's like, you know, there's been some chatter about the lack of frames in some of the shots, and yeah, that's true, and it's unfortunate, but yeah, I was pushing that computer to the absolute max. Oh. Yes, that's true. I ordered this laptop. I don't mind saying this because I think what happens is basically if somebody else buys it and they don't do a good enough job like managing inventory, then they have to give me something better than what I bought. And that's exactly what happened. And is that another grookey? Dude, what? I'm actually getting mad. I want you all to know I chained 33. You guys are gonna see this in the video, but I can't not tell you about it because this is bothering me. I chained 33 grookies together. It took me so long, and there's just grookies for days out here right now. Hey Virt, if you could try and bribe the amazing Cobblemon team to add Manectric and low kicks, that would be so awesome sauce. They would be perfect aces for 2 gym leaders I want to make. I'm in the grookey I am in the grookey singularity. This is crazy. There's like 8 grookies we've put in boats so far. It's actually gonna, you know, it's starting to step on my Mankey spawns, which I don't know how I feel about. No, it's fine. It's totally fine. Don't you have Pinplups in it? Yes, I have like 10 Piplups. Or Piplups. But the thing about Piplup is it's the only ultra rare that spawns there. So like you just get them, you know, anytime the game is like, oh, I guess we'll give you a ultra rare. Here you go. But this is the place where you get everything, and it's like only grookey land. Okay, wait. Can I bribe the team? Well, I could try. I don't think I have the clout for it. The clout or the money. But I can't say that I know that either of those are coming in the next update, but I can say that I think over the next 2 updates, you're going to see like a lot of the Pokemon that you've been missing make their way in. Because the modeling team has been going, I mean, the modeling team is actually like was way ahead. Hey, look at that. And as I said earlier, on stream today, you'll see whether or not Palafin can evolve in Cobblemon at level 38 or whether it needs a player or a trade or anything like that. And it looks like the answer is, oh, hold on. The answer is, I didn't click it, is, well, I don't remember the question anymore, but, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons, is no or yes. I don't remember how I phrased it. Wow. Executed. See, okay, this is where you guys should, like, slow clap for me, you know? Keep it slow so I can follow. Jet punch. And flip turn. Sir, it hits harder. Why not? Okay, slowest of claps. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I deserve that. And I earned it. Yep. There we go. That's me. All right, you, come on. Cobblemon modeling team is so goated. They are. The whole team, yeah. Oh, yeah. Listen, the stuff that's come... yeah. Just excited. We're all excited. It even softens the pain of my inability to... Oh, wait! It's a shiny Mankey. Our first on our streak at 111. I think I saw one at like 80 something, but it's still at like 1 in 1,000 right now or something like that. Hello, buddy. I mean, you're cool. Have a dusk ball. Dude, if I saw a shiny grookey before a shiny Mankey, I just want you all to know, that's Master Ball territory, first of all. I do have one, right? Yeah, I have one, okay. And I can craft more if we need them. I am prepared for Master Ballification. Oh, also, hold on, let's update this. I don't know what this bug is, but when you have a Pokemon in a boat and you unload it, it doesn't move with the boat, but this Jangmo is now over here. Here we go. Commandos. Virt tried out to spoil challenge level impossible. It is tough. It's also really fun though because, and this is, you know, it's part of my whole character is, yes, I do know what's coming, but I am a devious, evil team leader, so I don't have to tell you nothing. I get to keep secrets the whole way along. It works out really well with everything we're doing. Is that another grookey green monkey? Yeah. Well, we're going to find lots of them. If we find... You then cackle at our ignorance? I do. I absolutely do. Yeah. Not to be mean, but more to be... I have to be this way. That's just how it goes, okay? People spend months, years on the project... Oh, no, you're... See you, JP. JP and I meet up at around 3 a.m. because we're both bad sleepers, I'm going to say. That guy is just a figment. He's not actually there. Watch. Yeah, he's in a boat. He just doesn't know it yet. No, Ollie, what's up? Hold on, I can get Smeargle out for you. Boom. Okay, now they've moved. 2 sandwiches, no Squirtle. Dang. We have ways of making you talk. Pushes forward a tray of brownies. That would work, but I don't smell it, so I know these are fake brownies. They're ceramic or something. This is a marketing shoot. The second I smell brownies, though, I'll speak. I'll give it up. Cobblemon 1.8 is... I've been grinding Elden Ring Night Rain solo. That's cool. I have that's another one that I would totally... Wait, is this another grookey? Are you a boat grookey? Huh? Oh, I didn't check this. I didn't. Okay. That was so confusing. Okay, there we go. I gotta move these dudes out of here because otherwise I'll have to keep checking them and it's gonna be very annoying. So we'll just put them all in the river. We're at 21 viewers. I'll take that for our second stream back. If you guys have any friends who you think would like my stuff, then please point them at the tournament video, okay? I know maybe this is like, maybe, hold on. I can't. Ugh, please. I don't want to be here. Why can't I? That was weird. Oh, it's because the Joltik was there, but it wasn't rendered. That was annoying. Don't. No. This isn't your boat. Yeah. I just want to say, I spent enough time on that tournament video that I feel comfortable with it being a good representation of my content for the first series. This guy's going to drown. He's going to drown. Oh. Ew. Okay, we got it. Here's a spoiler. Wait, should I just hop on Ultra Moon and do some Ultra Wormhole hunts? That sounds cool. I have never played those ones, but they're the ones that I would most want to play, I think, is Alola. The Alolan, for whatever reason, the Alolan lore or the Alolan starters and all of it, they appeal to me. I would love to play Sun and Moon, but I don't know when I'll ever get the chance to do that, honestly. I would need a whole console, or I guess I could emulate it maybe, but I don't really know. I should play Black and White or Black and White 2. Yeah, that would be cool too. I've went in season 1 of Battlecraft. I was considering making like a structure to Kiram, and I wanted to learn more about Kiram and Zekrom and all that. So that would be fun. That would be like really cool, actually. I think that's what he's from. I'm pretty sure. Okay, wait. I'm falling behind. Here's a spoiler. There's going to be a How to Train Your Dragon flying course in the new version of the tutorial world. Yeah, you hear that? Drew can say that because Drew built it. But see, that's why I don't say those things, because that I didn't build that. You know, I don't want to spoil somebody else's epic work, and it's my job to put it out as best as possible as well, to show it as lively as possible. So, you know, we'll get there. You'll see it all. I promise. And we'll do that course on stream sometime. In fact, Drew, if you want to do like a race sometime on stream, I'm down. I'm so down. And naming it, obviously, which is an extra 20 seconds. Wait, what's the naming thing? Never finished Sun and Moon. Should give it a shot. Listen, Sun and Moon seems like very cool. Also, like the totem Pokemon, is that what they are? The Tapus, they seem sick. I like them. And also, obviously, I'm a Poplio fan, so I would want to run through and just like have my immersive moment with my bubbles in Sun and Moon. That would be so. Oh, that actually gets me pumped up. There's photos posted in the official Cobblemon Discord of screenshots. Yes, that's true. That's true. Yeah, but I guess like that's a community that, I mean, I don't agree with them being shared. To be fair, I'm kind of on record. I'll go on record. I'm comfortable going on record that I don't really like that. But it is what it is. We're open source, and people are gonna find most things. But that necessarily wasn't. Whatever. Anyway. Let's avoid any contention. But Black Dragonite showing off the course in the tutorial world trailer, obviously. Wait, is Dragonite's shiny black? Hold on, Googling. I didn't think it was. But no, he's green, I think, right? But what's Black Dragonite? Now I need to know. It got to the point that riding though on the very speedy guys was very difficult. Yeah, that I have fun around that course. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be crazy. You're gonna post a video eventually with the work you did for it. Let's go. We all look forward to that, Drew. I want to see it. Looked at the screenshot channel and I see someone riding a Mega Charizard X and looking at a black hole. Yeah, those are that would be servers that, I mean, oh god, how do I say this? I'm really thinking, okay, you guys challenged me with this earlier when somebody brought up how legendaries are Pokemon, or Amy said that legendaries are in Cobblemon, and they're not, but people might be led to believe that. Wait, this guy's like, hold on, we're catching him just in case we ever want like a trick room. Wait, do you have Vital Spirit? No, you have Defiant. Let's go. We're catching this guy in case we want a trick room Annihilape. But yeah, the whole server thing is, some of them are doing those things as like the way that they differentiate themselves from other servers. And some of them do those things as more of a pay-to-win mechanic, as like, oh, look at, we have all of these things, and in order to get them, well, you can't really get them unless you pay us loads of your money, and then you have a chance at them. And then, you know, it's just, it's a little bit toxic, and I'm not going to say any specific servers, but I am going to say that plenty of them do that. And so, well, you've never seen me on one of those servers, so you know how I feel about it just based on my actions, let's say. Yeah. Uh-huh. Did I say hi to Peep? I don't think I did. I'm sorry, Peep. I was locked in. Oh, thank you, Charizard. Why did it look say Dragonite? Black Dragonite, if you do whatever you're doing with the egg in your base. That's right. You know what's funny is, oh, we'll see. We'll see. You know, maybe. There's a lot of water caves under my base. And I happen to know a guy whose starter Pokemon was a Dratini on Battlecraft. So, you know, maybe there's something there that, like, maybe there's something that makes sense down the road. When Ultra Beast coming to Cobblemon? How about I respond this way? When end update coming to Minecraft? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Virt, instead of us giving you money with YouTube, can you give us your money? It would be really cool. I can't. I'm so sorry. Oof. If I had it, I would consider it. It would be one of those situations where I'd be like, oh, I can't do the Mr. Beast thing though because he did that, and it's not really that. I'm not like I sound like a hater, but I am telling you guys my hot takes where it's like, I love when Mr. Beast says stuff like, okay, as a YouTuber, you watch those videos every once in a while that are like, this is how, you know, you make a better video or whatever. And they always like show Mr. Beast at some point talking like, yeah, you got to make the best video ideas that you ever could come up with. And then you look at his channel and it's like, I gave $1,000 to 1,000 people. And it's like, that was the best idea you could come up with? That's it? That's not that good of an idea. Like, that's not complex. And the more you just give money away, I get like nowadays he's doing different things and whatever, $1 to $500,000, you know, all these like scalar things, or whatever. But they're not that creative. Okay, so if you say best idea, you know, you can say like the most click, the idea that will get the most clicks. You say that, okay, fair enough. You say, wait, oh, hold on, we finally got a Litten. After all these grookies, there's a Litten. And needs an update. So never, gotcha. Yeah, exactly. There's, no, I think there are thoughts on, all I'll say is that it's not in our immediate plans, but one day, there you go, one day. But it does feel like, you know, an end update before that would go pretty hard. I'm not saying that we're waiting for it, but I am going to say that it would be nice, you know, it would be nice. Yeah, Radio Jay. I'm just going to call you Jay. Actually, I'll probably call you Radio as well because I'll forget, and I'll read your name really quick. But Jay, I agree. It is. It's just, you know, whatever. Okay, here's my ultimate thing. I think billionaires are really uncreative, okay? If I ever get mega rich, here's my promise. I will offer scholarship. I've thought about this, actually. I have thought about this. Like, what is the right thing to do if you have way too much money? The right thing to do to me is to, like, start apprenticeships, okay? People that don't have resources, but are willing to work for like what they want, like work hard for the passion that they have, should be empowered. Like, and most people should be empowered anyway, obviously, but you do need some method of distributing. And so, like, it's basically like an essay. Well, now that ChatGPT's here, it's kind of hard to run an essay anyway. But basically, you have, you know, you have like grant money where, okay, you wanted this apprenticeship because you're really passionate about this thing and you prove to me your care and you show me that you're like, you know, you get more payments as you prove your work or whatever. I think that would be sick. And I would be happy to dole that out. That's my vow. If I ever make $1 billion, I will do that. Anything short of that, we'll see. I'm going to try. But I love the idea of empowering other people to do creative things, because I know how hard it's been for me to try to do this at all. And it's not a sacrifice just for me, by the way, to do this. Like, it's And that's not just for my content. That's also for Cobblemon. For the Cobblemon content that I've done, I have spent hundreds of hours volunteering on that, and I've gotten so much better. I've gained so many skills. I deeply recommend anybody who's like trying to do anything. Oh, 99%, and his one missing is an attack. Come on. Oh, don't look at that. Don't pay any attention to it. Remember, I have been here for like 100 hours. Oh, you got ad break. Oop. I don't know when the ad break ends. I know there's a way for me to see that. I just haven't set it up yet, I guess. I saw no bounce. Yeah. We're going to talk to Casey, because Casey, I know, was struggling with them. And so when I was out here looking for grookey, I decided to boat every scyther that I came across. And we do have a repository of scyther built up. How did I end up joining the Cobblemon team? I'll tell you in just a moment. And then I came back at the end, so I missed what you said you'd do with $1 billion. If I had $1 billion, I would do a grant system somehow. I would have to like have a team, obviously, but I would want to empower creative people to, or people who had like the purpose of actually doing things that are better for the earth. It's like a corporation is meant to be bound to its stockholders these days, but that's actually a terrible format for improving things, because now it's just to make more money, right? That's the only actual motivation that these people have, or like that they're bound to by law, which takes out all of the soul and all of the positive affect. So the fix, as far as I'm concerned, is, hold on, wait, I need to change this. Why is it playing Sweet Dreams? I did not expect that. Okay. Let's do classical music for villains. Sure. That makes sense. It's going to start with the same song that we had before. Okay. So basically, you want to have a system in place where people can make money, or can live, that is, while also preserving the intent and integrity of their projects. That's the idea. Yeah, exactly. Modern capitalism sucks. It's really, really, really bad at doing anything for the betterment of our future, and that's like tantamount to inhuman, right? Like, that's what it is. I used to be I was an entrepreneur in well-being, in the well-being field, and I gave seminars on mindfulness and gratitude, curiosity, character strength. That's where my name comes from here. And I don't talk about it that much because it's a super complex topic, and a lot of people get very polarized very quickly. But yeah, that's what I would want to do, is help to empower people to do things that are not capitalistically bound, that goes back to like romantic art kind of thing, where you'd have like a really rich duke commission the best projects that had been seen in that century or whatever. And that's how innovation occurred. Like Da Vinci was paid by people to do what he did. And you can't really exist in just capitalism by doing that. I'm 1.2% off ending your streak now. All right, keep chipping away, buddy. I gotta be careful about you. I get it. Yeah. So you're Albert Einstein about to come up with the theory of relativity and it's fire? That sounds good. Ooh, I like that. I understood what you meant, Ali. But yeah, so that would be what I would do with $1 billion. I think most of the solutions I've seen, whatever, cars, boats, it would be fun, and I'm sure I'd want to like go on a boat ride. But yeah, that'd be the stuff. That'd be the stuff. But I think I'd have to be a lot more aggressive about my money making practices, and I assume people lose themselves at some point in there, or maybe they're just inherently that way. I don't know. Yeah, Farley, exactly. All those things, they come from the work being its own end, right? So you want to, like, okay, let's look at like BetterHelp, right? BetterHelp, the idea is good. Let's have like basically all of these counselors or advisors or coaches or therapists be in the palm of your fingers. But then if the incentive is to make money with it as opposed to help people, then you get systems where you deteriorate every time you make that decision. Every time you sort of like lean in the direction of making money, you deteriorate the idea of helping people, and you encourage the idea of like automation, right? So like a therapist who's just sending the same message to everybody, or oh god, I'm not sure I'm going to come up with lucid examples at the moment, but it is really it devolves very quickly, and it's very destructive to both the faith that we have in systems and also ourselves and each other. And every time you layer on another thing there, it's real bad. One of the most famous pieces of fan art of the Bible, Farley. What a good way of putting that. The Sistine Chapel fan art. Big fan of God, Jesus, all of it. Fair enough. Yep, there it is. You can do the boat thing and still remember other people exist and deserve to thrive. Exactly. And you can even, heck, you could even raffle off boat rides. Great. You know, give some people opportunities that they've never had before. There's so many things. There's so many houses that are empty for half the year too. You know, like there's a lot of things. They're paying cleaners to get that dust anyway. You know what I'm saying? I could yap about this forever. Suavist, Ghosty app, thank you for joining the stream. We're closing in on our goal of today's stream, 250 followers. I should be looking like this. Oh yeah, that's what I'm here for. $1 billion is our goal. You know what? I'm changing the goal. $1 billion. That's our goal. Collectively. Okay, everybody start keeping count. Yeah, there's so much wealth to go around. There is, and a bunch of charlatans are in charge of it, as far as I'm concerned. People, I actually think like the idea of the Illuminati is really funny from that perspective, because I think a lot of the people that seemingly have money, and I'm gonna get offed one day by one of them, I'm sure, because of this. But if I ever got into that arena, they'd be like, "This guy doesn't get it." It's a really funny like. It just feels like a Conan sketch even at that point, where it's like, oh yes, I became rich, and then they all, you know, like, oh god. Anyway, I really wish therapy wasn't as expensive as it is as well. When I was living in Boston, I ended up like I tried to get through the state. I tried to get like psychiatric therapy, and I was on a waiting list for 6 months, and this was before COVID. So like anything that's happened since has only made that worse. It's not only just expensive, it's hard to find it all. No, and that's so people not talking about it, as Ollie said, that's really common as well. A lack of awareness about it is its own way of undermining it too. And that's also not for nothing. The lack of education around it empowers. It's sort of like snake oil by itself. Like if you don't know what snake oil does or how actual medicine works, then you're more inclined to snake oil. So when that knowledge gap is there, and I don't know, you know, apologies, this isn't Mankey talk anymore, but at the same time, this is really important stuff, and I'm very happy to talk about it. It's really important that you educate yourself. Andrew Huberman is not a perfect person, but he's one of the best voices in his work isn't perfect either, but he's one of the best voices in terms of bringing to light a lot of the things that are scientifically supported, but also are pretty obfuscated, because a lot of science right now is it's hard to sort through it, to sift through it, and it's hard to actually land on the things that are true, especially as AI and more and more Google promoted ads and more people start trying to flood with SEO and sell their snake oil on TikTok Shop or whatever. I went on TikTok for the first time in weeks to a month at least yesterday, and every single thing that I saw had like a shop link, and I was like, I'm out. It took me like 10 videos and I was like, no, I'm good, thank you though. I'm fine with people promoting a product as like an ad in their video, but I really don't want to watch your sponsored content like where that's literally the point of it. And yeah, and that's Ali, I think exactly what you're saying is like it's a new thing that we have the opportunity to care about mental health, you know? But that's how you deal with the evolution of like human culture and wisdom, is you have to reckon with these new things. And right now we're a bit distracted by and not wrongfully so, but AI, questions about capitalism are all massive, and we're still figuring out. There's a lot we don't know about mental health still. There's a ton, but the number one disease right now, I believe, is like it's metabolic disease and depression. Like those things cost us the most amount of money because people are just out of commission sometimes. And while that's hard to quantify, it's also extremely easy to be like, oh yeah, like that's a massive problem, and it's hard to diagnose effectively, and it's hard to tell what it is that somebody's suffering from or why they're suffering. There's a lot to it. It's more interesting than an engineering project in my opinion, or an engineering question, because it varies person to person. You can't just look at, I mean, you can, eventually you might be able to, but right now, we don't have the diagnostic tools or understand the variables well enough to really look at anybody and be like, okay, this is what's happening, right? You're suffering from a lack of pride, a lack of authentic pride or whatever, and your curiosity is suffering because you've been swimming in bad neurotransmitters or lack thereof for the last 2 years or whatever, or since COVID, whatever. Yeah, anyway, those are massive topics. Lots of places don't discuss mental health in a healthy way. I had a friend who said at best, feel your feels. When you feel the feels, you can process them instead of ignoring them. Yep. That's a big start. And then there's things that are good to communicate, and there are things that you need to learn to be resilient too. And that's where there's so many different layers to this. Like, yes, you need to be able to share your things too and not be ashamed. But, I don't want to fight you. But at the same time, you also need to be able to be resilient to a lot of the errant thoughts that we just have during the day, right? Those things can't be the thing that control your reality. And it's just not discussed in Poland, yeah. In the country as a whole, did you know Minster has an ingredient that is made from cyanide? Monster? I assume Monster. TikTok is getting bad. I didn't know that about Monster. No, but I love coffee, but even I know I probably shouldn't drink as much as I do. But at the same time, at least it's like, I assume it's pretty pure, depending on where I go. I'm sorry to hear that, man. It's completely okay and recommended to talk to someone if you're struggling. Yep. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, you learn to cope as you speak about things, as you get over things, as you face them. It's sort of like, okay, if you have a broken bone and you set it, you get it set, at a hospital. Hello, Leafeon. Hello, little Yarrow. I think of Leafeons as Yarrows. If you get it set, you deal with it, you do therapy, all this stuff, you have effectively healed your broken bone. And you've come out the other side let's say stronger. It's not necessarily that way, but you know what it's like to break a bone, and you know what it's like to fix it as well. And when you have that conversation, when you deal with the feelings that you're feeling, you confront the person that caused them, and you confront yourself for what part of you is causing you to react to whatever that is as well. Because part of that is often, you know, like, I've never encountered this situation, whether that be death or just that somebody was really, really annoying, or stabbed you in the back or whatever it is with a knife or metaphorically. Then you develop the ability to better handle those situations in the future and to better recover, but also to notice them right away, right? So you gain indicators of like who is going to stab you in the back, or you gain recognition of what it feels like when you actually feel like you're friends again with somebody and you forgive them versus when you're saying it just to say it. There's so much depth to that. And that's why therapy is really, really valuable, because doing that all on your own is not a simple task. I work with children. COVID has messed children's learning so bad. Yeah, that's a mess too. That's another, like, if I had $1 billion, education would be the thing that I would want to spend the most of my creative time trying to do problem solving with. Not to mention the lack of study into women's physical health, especially for things like endometriosis. There's my girlfriend has been dealing with this, and there's so much less information on women's health. Yeah. Blasphemy, coffee could do no wrong. Caffeinate. You got it. I'm sorry if I'm running behind here, but I'm caffeinating. Well, speaking to Virt ends with genocide of a specific Pokemon. That ain't helping. Listen. This is not what that is, okay? I was spitting so hard. Oh, no. Hey, for anybody, that's here, and if you ever want more Virt, gang, I hope you could put up with me starting to actually push for myself, because it is a nightmarish task for me to get to this point. I don't know. It was a nightmarish task for me to get to this point, and for me to keep pushing forward is always like, it's an uncomfortable move. I am not advertisement coded, but I'm trying. I am trying to succeed within this sphere, and we'll see. I think I'll take some more chances. Like, I'm gonna try some bigger collaborations in the future. There's a lot of things I want to do, but I hope you guys can put up with me as I start to better sell myself, or try to at least. Where's the Smeargle kill streak? Listen, when we're done with Annihilape, maybe we start. I don't know. I need to stop streaming in probably 20 minutes or so. I'm gonna speed run these Mankeys. I gotta be faster about it. I'm doing okay, but we could do faster. I need to get to editing, because we need to get another video out. But what I was gonna say like 3 minutes ago, and this is why this is an ADHD tagged stream, is you guys have to be able to handle my 6 trains of thought. God, is what was I saying? Oh yeah, that I have a second channel now, and you guys should subscribe to it. And if you ever need something on in the background and you want to re-listen to me without ads, well, actually that's not true. If you don't have YouTube Premium, then never mind. But I'm so used to YouTube being ad free, because I've had the only service that I pay for is YouTube Premium for years. But anyway, that channel, if you get the chance to leave a like or watch any of it, I deeply appreciate it, because it does help me to the success of those things, those like passive income streams. It's massive. It's actually massive. Yeah. So, anyway, after the recent Smeargle incident, listen, I know you're a what's the word? Oh God, have you guys seen the movie with Andrew Garfield? He's a military man. You're a moral objector. It's something like that. Subbing immediately. Thank you, Mason. Oh, that's not the right word. But anyway, you object. I get it. You know what? I understand. And everybody's got to have their lines. But we're going to do more Smeargle, okay? Oh, more caffeination? You got it. Thank you, Party Dragon. He says, speaking into his coffee, when he says hundreds of people in a war saves. Conscientious objector. Thank you. What did I say? Moral objector? Pretty close. Thank you, Radio J. Appreciate that. It's this. Oh, I can't. Hold on. Can I do this? Nope. That. Without the space. You're a conscientious objector to Smeargle. So you can't stand any content that raises Smeargle's status, right? So if I was talking bad about Smeargle, it'd be fine for you. But as it is, you just simply can't accept the fact that I am a Smeargle believer. Somebody who gives voice and screen to the glory that is Smeargle. And so now you have to be, you have to be opposed to me. It's like if, you got drafted for the Vietnam War and you're like, no, I don't believe in battle, that's basically what happens in that movie. Hacksaw Ridge is the name of it, with Andrew Garfield. Very good movie. I do recommend it. Pretty violent, very violent, I would say. Made me cry, but good movie. Hey, wait, we got another guy that's perfect, basically. Yeah, why not? Let's catch him. Also in your about section? Oh, is it in my about section? Cool. I thought I updated this channel, but it's hard to keep track of all of those things, I gotta admit. You should link the new channel. Wait, did I not post? No, I did post. Okay. I did make a community post today. I don't know if it did well. I think YouTube really doesn't like it when I mention... Oh, no, it did okay. Some people saw it. YouTube doesn't really like external links, I think. I'm love on Twitch. Okay, I did mess it up. Apparently, it got auto-corrected. Whatever. Yes, I did post on my main channel recently, and I'm planning to do... Oh, wait, no, that was to Twitch. I will do that when this VOD goes up. I will post to the second channel. Thank you, Mason. Yeah, it's a little... I understand why people, like, get teams going around them, because I get confused even just already. You were close with Ridgeline? Did you say that? Oh, Ridgeline. Oh, yeah. Hacksaw Ridge. Yeah, you were close. Yeah, we do need more Smeargle content, though. I agree with Ollie. We'll get there. I have lots of ideas. I have lots of ideas. Some of them provided from the very gracious community. Come on, shiny Mankeys. Show yourselves. We're still like 80 away from getting that one I already put it about. But our Palafin here, our new Palafin, what is he at? 126 attack stat. So we've taken down 126 Mankey with him. I'm delaying the Virt versus Dog Both Battles Now video. I really gotta watch your Deli video so I can understand competitive Pokemon better. I do think that was really helpful. A lot of it is in the, like, a good deal of it is in the tournament video, but I did cut it down a lot as well. But I asked a lot of questions that were pretty, like, starter oriented, because there are things that I just wasn't clear about, for sure. So I do think there's a lot of value there. And I already have had another conversation with Deli. We'll hear about that at some point in the future. That's going to be another sort of big video for me, though. So I'm going to be editing. Also, I think I just realized this, but my second channel, I don't think it can do 1440p yet. Like, I think it needs maybe a certain amount of time or something, and then it can do 1440. But I'm recording this at 1440 right now, which that's a little wasteful. Oh well, it is what it is. And cough cough. Who mentioned Deli? I'm sure he also hates smeargling. Deli actually commented on the video recently, and he said, "Uh-oh, he's smeargling," and he turned it into a verb. So Deli understands what it is, and probably doesn't look favorably on it, but I think probably has some empathy, or at least understands that everybody goes through a smeargle phase, maybe, for the most part. You know, maybe not everybody, but a lot of them. Yeah, I think basically getting it monetized, it will fix that, but I don't remember what it took to get it on my channel. I've only had over 1,000 subscribers for like, oh wait, maybe it's been over a year. I feel like it's been about a year. No, it's been a year and a half since I've been monetized, I think. I couldn't bring myself to a smeargle phase. Listen, but that you might be denying yourself, you know? Like, I understand the moral objection, but at the same time, don't you want to decorate your Calyrex? Don't you want to spore with a normal type? Come on, Ollie, come to the dark side. Yeah, I don't like Calyrex. But I admit, I think I really like Smeargle just because he's cute and he's silly. Like, and he sucks, but he has this issue. He's not as bad as he once was. He kind of fills a hole nowadays, I feel like, more so. With Dark Void, I could imagine that just being very, very toxic. But he's not that anymore. And now there's so many more fake out users, it feels like, too. Like or follow me, fake out, whatever. You get like Indeed's faking out, and you get oh, who's the one that I'm thinking of? Ogrepon. So it doesn't feel like he, like, you don't need him, I don't think, anymore. He still fills a niche, but I don't know. That does remind me, I need to learn DaVinci Resolve. Do it. We could have an editing day on here sometime if you want. If enough people, like, yeah, I don't really mind. I am not like a master editor by any means, but I am pretty functional at this point, I'd say. Vivillon has sleep powder at 97.5, so I'm calling that spore on a bug flying type. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It is cool. And yeah, I don't know. I guess Smeargle is worse too in like any if your team sheets aren't open, then it's worse because now you just don't know what you're about to face, but still kind of cool. Down for an editing stream? Okay. We could do that. Ogrepon is actually a pretty balanced Pokemon in my opinion, but when Terra disappears, then I don't know what happens to it. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, there's a... same thing with the turtle. Is the turtle just... Wait, the turtle only... Or no, it hits its main form when it's in battle, and then it has another form. Okay. But still. That would be neat. A friend has been telling me to make a short of my first shiny, so I might as well learn. Especially if I want to make video content in addition to streaming. Let's go. Yeah, there's some really simple stuff that I could teach. Like, so Slippy, the like content director of Cobblemon, he recently became like the director of building and content stuff, and I helped teach him how to use DaVinci Resolve, and it did not take long. It is to learn the core of it, which, by the way, if you have good footage after that, you don't really need much editing. You really don't. If you have good footage and you're active about what you're doing, I don't think like you really need that much editing. Oh, use Adobe. Yeah, I have never used Adobe, but again, this kind of like, I don't know. It comes down to resources. I really don't have that many resources. So like this is, I have consolidated as best I possibly can to, I don't have to pay for an Adobe suite, and all of my tools are in DaVinci Resolve, and I have started to learn Fusion. I've gotten okay at Fusion, I'd say now. And I'm just trying to add skills with all the free programs I can get my hands on. Shiny Squirtle, let's go Mason! GG. GG. That's awesome. That also almost got swept away. But congrats. That's really cool. What color is Shiny Squirtle? I don't think I've seen... This is crazy, but like, when would I have seen a shiny Blastoise, you know? Oh, shiny Mankey number 3. Are you good? Are you good? Come here. Are you good? Are you good? No, you're not very good. We're looking for... We need the right Mankey, you know? Gang, if we don't get it on stream... If we don't get it on stream, I am sorry, but I am going to have to stop. I have to put a cap on this or I'll totally forget. Let's see. Green shell. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Went to school for broadcast media, so the basics I learned on that. That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, I think DaVinci did a lot of AI stuff recently too. But I don't know what the difference is. Honestly, I'm not very informed on Adobe. I know Photoshop has gotten a lot of expansion on that, but I have access to that through my mother's account. Don't tell Adobe. Don't you snitch on me. She's an artist with glass, and she makes like stained glass stuff, and she uses that for her marketing stuff. But let's see. Oh yeah, timing. Let's say it's 4:27 for me. At 4:40, we got 18 minutes, and then I gotta get out of here. And we're going for this shiny epic Mankey. Come on. End the battle. We're going speed round now. I really wish it wasn't raining. I have way too many particles with my like rain mod, and it, especially when I'm doing all these things all at once, it is really, really bad. We're just gonna turn it off. I heard that a shiny Palisand stream was next for the amount of Smeargle I've seen. Wait, shiny Palisand is black, isn't he? I'm so down for that, actually, though. But see, here's the thing, though. I have more Smeargle to do, so we might need to like hold that off for when we need to bring you back. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're here right now, so devious. All right, do I hunt Scarlet Violet, Legends Arceus, or Ultramoon? I'm saying Ultramoon, but that's just because I want to play it. Get a shiny Poplio for me. Do it, Mason. Do it. Yeah, Palisand looks very cool. And if anybody has watched like Elimination Island, the video from iMan25 that I was in, Real Hawk, another creator that was in that, they used Palisand to great effect. It was cool. I mean, I don't think they had any like special tech, and that was also that was singles, not doubles, but it was very cool to see because I didn't know anything about that Pokemon at the time, and I still don't know that much. But all right, we're climbing fast now. We're at 205. And we have already caught, like, effectively a perfect Mankey, but we need a perfect shiny. So, and I'm willing to commit that time to it. Maybe, oh man, maybe I'll try to stream again tomorrow shortly to finish this if we don't get it done. We have 15 minutes. We can do it. I'm slowly giving up on just getting a good nature and IVs. I haven't opened my 3DS in like over a month. Oh, fair. I imagine. Oh, you watched it, Farley? That's awesome. Yeah, that was such a crazy experience for me because that was actually my first competitive experience. And we all thought it was VGC going in, so I prepared for VGC, and then it was singles, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. You don't need it for the Elite Four. Because excuse me? You, how much time do I put into my Pokemon? Are you kidding me? Now, I understand that maybe in your games, in order to get a good one, you don't have to take out a bunch of them. But the Pokemon that I have, I respect deeply. In fact, that's the whole story of Elimination Island. From Duck's side, Duck was like, I learned something about you here. You care about your Pokemon and you care about your OGs. So you're gonna bring. That's why I brought Weavile during that battle. How many have I killed? A number. But again, you're using the wrong word. I have fainted a number of them. What you don't see in Cobblemon is the Nurse Joy that's always behind a fainted Pokemon. And that is a canonical fact as far as I'm concerned. Come on, Shiny Mankey, come on. Although, I do kill Honedge for Dusk Stones. They don't always drop it, but sometimes. Not that time. No, that was a feint too. Sorry, I misspoke. I feint them. I feint them. I feint. All right. While we're in this, like, this speed round thing, we still have 13 minutes. We're moving. I would love to hear from you guys what you would like me to add to the stream. Like, because I want to do some plugins or whatever, some stream element stuff or something. And so, okay, what do we need? Do we need, like, text-to-speech, silly things? I think we need... anything but a sprinkle. I think we need, what's it called? I need to get the chat on screen at some point because that will make the YouTube videos much better. Because then you can follow the chat at the same time. But if anybody has anything that they'd like me to add, either for channel point redeems or for just fun stuff, I don't know. I mean, I don't mind. I'm open to ideas. That's all I'm saying. So if you have anything, it would distract you from reaching 100K, would it? Well, that's perfect. That sounds horrifying. If it were opposite day, that would be horrifying. Pokemon mini game that works in chat. What's that? Oh, I do like trivia. I love trivia. But that would be so, like, that would be like, I would turn it on during breaks, I guess. That makes sense. Wait, Shiny Mankey. Shiny Mankey alert. Number 4. Come on. Oh, you're pretty good, but that's not ideal. I'm gonna catch this guy. Well, let's catch him together right now. Oh! I turned my shaders off. Yuck. He's defiant. Perfect. Okay, and then the other thing is I want to look into getting some more emotes. I do have 2 emotes. I don't know how follower only emotes work because they were introduced between the last time I streamed and now. But it takes you another 7 months for this Smeargle screen time. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I love the Smeargle hate. It's committed. Pokemon community game. It's a Twitch extension. Okay, I will check that out. I'm gonna screenshot that actually right now. And then, I mean, I'm not a big gambling fan, so I don't know if we'll do like any gambas, which are very popular on Twitch. Have follower subscriber goals for specific Pokemon? Farley, you're a genius. That's a good idea. Fainting. You meant fainting, Ollie. Don't twist my words. Or my actions. Fainting. Cobblemon would never. Knocked out. That's what the K means. The other thing I was gonna mention. The other thing I was gonna mention are emotes, and I need to get like some Obsidian emotes. Obviously, we need an Obsidian emote. That's just like that's a given, so that when we're doing Obsidian shenanigans on stream, I can have people spam that for me. Also, we need like a rating one so that when we raid, it's like Team Obsidian is in the chat. We'll get there. We'll get there. I do want to throw myself into the Twitch community a little bit more. I'm happy to do it. It'll be fun. We'll have fun with it, I think. Smeargle at 100 million subscribers. No, I think we'll do it tomorrow or something like that, more so. But also at 100 million, you know? Why don't we do it both? Minis, minimap, packs icon to great. Maybe you commission some icons from him. Maybe Minnie would be interested in that. I think most of what Minnie did was recolors. I don't know. Actually, I mean, he made the skins. He made our Obsidian skins, so he might be interested. Oh God, something's happening. My command button might be sticking right now. I can't press the B button. But we only have 8 more minutes. Oh, this guy's better. This is the best one we've seen. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, that was really loud. Yeah, I think I did, but they probably went into my backpack. Yeah, they did. Oh my God, wait, what just happened? My everything freaked out. That was weird. Do I Master Ball this guy? No, we can do better, right? Can we? I don't know if we can. You know what? We found this guy at night, and he's really good. He's good enough. I'm gonna Dusk Ball him for now because he's at night and he's in the rain, and he's gonna be a purple shiny no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So we'll take him. And even if he doesn't end up being in our Annihilape, he could be our Primeape or something. Because I want to have like one of... Okay, that was a bad throw. But I want to have one of each of the evolutionary line, right? Why not? Okay, do you have Defiant? Oh, you have Anger Point. Hello? Get back here. If you fall in that hole, I will cry. All right. Guess what's going to happen here? Do you want to know if I catch a better Mankey? Well, then you'll have to watch a video in the near future. Wow. Epic streamer YouTuber. Oh, look at that. Secrets are always fun when Virt's the one who has them. And then there's more to the poem that rhymes with them later. But... choose the next Pokemon hunt, name a Pokemon, claim a plaque, and Obsidian H. Yeah, I do want to do that, actually. That kind of thing. Oh, maybe this is why I messed it up, because I was trying to take a photo earlier. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, I'm keeping that one too, Radio J. That's good stuff. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was chaining Gimme Ghouls, as you can see there. I heard secrets are also fun to leak to the almighty duck too, right? What do you mean? How did you hear that? Duck might know some of my secrets. You never know. You are contributing. I appreciate it, Jay. You're helping me on my way to $1 billion, which I didn't know was a goal until today. But now, you know what? Fine. I'm in. All right. Gamers, trainers, that'll do it for today. I appreciate you all for hanging out with me. Hope you had fun. Hope we learned some things along the way. Had some laughs. Some, hopefully not tears, but, you know, maybe some good friendly shoulders to realize things are safe. And we're going to move in the right direction. Remember me when you start your grant pro. I will. I shall. Heron, welcome to the stream that is ending. I'm so sorry, Heron. I hope you can make the next one. I literally just said goodbye to everybody, but we'll be back soon because I'm enjoying this and that's why. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Heron? Oh, you were looking. Okay. Good. Well then, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. How do I do this? What do I do? All right, bye.